What name is given to the genre of dance music that developed in the UK in the early 1990s out of the rave scene and reggae sound system culture associated with acts such as A Guy Called Gerald and Goldie?
Drum and bass.
Yeah, drum and bass.
I can't accept drum and bass. We need jungle, I'm afraid. What name is given to the genre of dance music that developed in the UK in the early 1990s out of the rave scene and reggae sound system culture associated with acts such as A Guy Called Gerald and Goldie?
Drum and bass.
I can't accept drum and bass. We need jungle, I'm afraid. We need jungle, I'm afraid. We need jungle, I'm afraid.
Ketamine is the most hardcore drug I've ever taken. It is my favorite drug because it fucks up everything that is everything. It fucks up nothing that is nothing. It is everything and nothing at the same time, times infinity, and then divided by this. It fucks me up so bad. Oh my god, I love ketamine. It's so fucking crazy. You guys can take that soundbite, I love ketamine, and then put it on the internet. God, I love ketamine. God, I love ketamine. God, I love ketamine. It's so fun. 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 God, I love ketamine.
Alyssa the Sky gifted a tier 1 sub to Saltwave.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tier 1 sub to Crimson
I am William
They
Neff.
have given 301 gift subs.
I'm about to take you into your late night, but we have a guest here tonight. He's not putting up with the bullshit. Farley went to the vet. He is. So, from both of us, I wish you a very hearty. Hey now. Hey everybody. How you guys doing?
I love ketamine. I love ketamine. God, I love.
So, hold up. I'm not gonna turn the light on. So, this is Farley right here. He's pissed. Farley had his teeth cleaned today. But in order to get his teeth cleaned, he had to be put under. And since he got home, he has been not pleased with us at all. And so he has been in my lap for like the last 2 hours. He's looking pretty content. But until he lets me know that he wants to get up and move around, it's going to be a little bit of a relaxed vibe. Hi, buddy. He's living the high dream. Yeah, he was pissed. He got home, he was just confused and angry. He was like... So we're just letting the breath. Wait, is that a huge Whale Lord plushie in the bag? It is.
Oh yeah, wow, that's
It
very
is.
cool.
Never
31
creative,
months
thank you
of
so
Farley
much.
Neff approve.
31 months, it's a long time. Bonjour, bonjour. Everyone, bonjour.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Bonjour.
What a wild 3 months it's been. Thanks for the ride, Mr. Neff. Love the
Thank
stream
you.
and looking forward to many more.
Thank you. What? Our video was mentioned in the New York
Oh
Times?
yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Eh?
Thy knife, chip, and shatter.
Wait, it's saying that I have to log into fucking... Need workout advice? Okay, so I'm in a wheelchair, so I'm only able to use the upper half of my body, my arms, and
Would
recently
it make
increased my
Farley
calorie
feel
limit.
better if you showed whole?
Workout
Just an
schedule
idea.
5 days a week, and that burns around 200 calories a day. My question is that enough calories burnt to keep a regular
oh, yeah,
muscle
wow, That's
gain?
very cool.
Hope your pup feels better.
So Sandy Pants, interestingly enough, you don't really have to burn any calories to gain muscle. It's basically you have to tax your muscles. So like the good news is like, you know, a lot of guys like won't do any cardio at all. A lot of people when they're putting on muscle will put on fat too. So you don't have to worry about burning calories. Wait,
Oh,
I want
yeah,
to see what's
wow,
going
that's
on
very
here.
Cool.
Playing Infinite Craft is like peering into an AI's brain. Did this article just get released? How do I view this? Is there a hack? Incognito tab. Ooh. Brilliant. How do I do that? New private window. Hmm. .12-foot IO?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very
Oh.
cool.
Have you checked out Shogun yet? It's awesome,
Yeah.
Neff.
Shogun is rad. Shogun is very rad. I like Shogun a lot. Clean web page. Whoop. Please enable JS and disable any ad blocker. What the fuck? Okay, nice. We got it. Where's our video mentioned? Oh! Yo! When the Twitch streamer Will Neff hosted an Infinite Craft tournament with influencers like Hassan Piker, Ludwig Ogren, and Valkyrie, they challenged one another to reach a random block creation the fastest, like Finding Nebo, and create all the colors in the rainbow. Other YouTubers have recorded themselves paradoxically attempting to speedrun the endless game. There are Discord communities trying to find recipes needed to create all of a certain fandom's characters. That's sick, dude. I'm still waiting on my corn sexual sign. Dude, that's taken a long time. I ordered that bitch a while ago. That's really cool. Would someone clip that article out and remind me to send that to my dad? He'd be pretty proud, I think. He'd be pretty juiced on that. I think that video hit 1 million, didn't it? 962,000, baby. And barely anyone subscribed. That's crazy. This was cool. Guys, if I'm starting out a little slow, it's because my Farley is resting right here. When the original Star Wars trilogy aired on Chilean television back in the early 2000s, a controversial move to splice in a beer ad to avoid commercial breaks was made, and the results are equal parts baffling and hilarious. What?
¿Usted luchó en las guerras clones?
Sí, fui uno de los caballeros Jedi, igual que tu padre.
No lo conocí.
Era el mejor piloto estelar de la galaxia. Un astuto guerrero. Entiendo que tú también has llegado a ser un excelente piloto. Era un buen amigo. Lo que me recuerda, tengo algo para ti.
No. No. Stop.
Amigo. Lo que me recuerda, tengo algo para ti.
Cerveza cristal. Cerveza cristal.
Lo que me recuerda.
I have never been so baffled in my life.
We got our Twitch baby. Now show now.
Thank you for the Twitch baby. Oh.
Sí, te lo aseguro, estamos a salvo de tus amigos aquí.
Su debilidad es su exceso de confianza.
Tu fe en tus amigos es la tuya.
Es inútil resistir, hijo mío.
No. Not the Emperor. Not the Emperor.
Es inútil resistir, hijo mío.
What an advertising campaign. No, there's another one. Stop.
Nada más te enseñaré hoy.
Not Yoda.
Despeja tu mente.
No. You liked the sauce? Thank you so much. It's just in a tree. And this happened in the early 2000s. Another? Stop. No. 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 What's in the box? Cerveza Cristal! I love that these ads are completely destroying some of the most like emotionally dense and important narrative parts in these films. It's so unreal. It's so good. Can you imagine being a Chilean kid watching Star Wars for the first time? He told me enough. He told me that you killed him. Take my hand. Rule the galaxy. He goes to reach for it. Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza Cristal. I mean, the jingle is unmatched, though.
Wow, 32 months.
No.
Yeah, best streamer on the
No,
planet.
there's more of these? This is...
Alex is the other. I've seen a lot of strange stuff, but I've never seen anything to make me believe there's one all-powerful force controlling everything. There's no mystical energy field controls my destiny.
Cerveza Cristal.
I love the subtext that Obi-Wan Kenobi is a fucking alcoholic.
Seen anything to make me believe there's one all-powerful force controlling everything. There's no mystical energy field controls my destiny.
Cerveza Cristal.
Kid, I've flown from...
Cerveza Cristal. Oh my god. No, 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 no. This has to be a lie. This can't be real.
Where you got it?
I got it.
Okay, you got it. Now don't let it touch you. Eyes when you're coming out. That's what I was trying to tell you before.
Cerveza Cristal.
Copper, where you got it?
I got it.
Okay, you got it. Now don't let it touch you.
This is Cerveza Cristal is actually a problem. This is actually a problem. No. No. How many movies has Cerveza Cristal ruined?
We have Vincent.
We happy. Jesus Christ. What is this? No. 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 Not Raiders.
Neff whammy.
This is the worst one of all of them. This one's not real. This one, ain't no way this is real. That is the worst cropping job I've ever seen. Oh my God. When the new Dragon Ball Z content or Z's cartel activity drops significantly,
content is released, cartel activity drops significantly for about 2 days. This alleged fun fact seems to have started spreading as of late last year, although I can't find the actual source for it, so it may just be made up. But it implies cartel members enjoy Dragon Ball so much that they stop what they're doing.
Yeah, dude, for some reason, I'm questioning the logic of ultra transphobic. Maybe not a credible source.
and then saved by the Mexican cartel pulling up to Japan, as they love Goku so much that they never want anything to get in the way of their favorite franchise. It's likely because Mexicans, generally speaking, seem to absolutely adore Dragon Ball, enough so that there are millions of memes exploring this love, as well as countless articles breaking down the reasons why Goku is so popular. As it turns out, it was cheaper for Latin America to broadcast Japanese cartoons in the 80s and 90s, as North American homegrown cartoons were expensive. Thus, shows like Dragon Ball were often presented a full season ahead in Mexico compared to North America, and the country's love affair for anime began much sooner than most Western destinations. In fact, Mexico loves Dragon Ball so much that they almost caused a diplomatic incident, as the country aired the fight between Goku and Jiren publicly in 2018, infringing on Toei Animation's rights and causing the company to write a strongly worded letter asking the government to cease and desist. Eventually, Japan and Mexico worked out an agreement, but it got pretty hairy. That's how seriously Latin America takes Goku and his pals getting up to some seriously cool fights. These memes can also go the other way, wherein the cartel are afraid of Goku so one can pretend to call him in order to stop their heinous crimes. The cartel is one of the most popular factions of organized crime in the world, being heavily represented in media.
This is so dumb.
Over the years.
This is so stupid. I feel like this is your kind of content, Will Neff. Okay. Neff light is off. Yeah, my dog's in my lap. I don't know if you guys can see. Farley went to the vet. He's been in my lap for the last 2 hours. And he's kind of zonkist. And if I move him at all, he gets real pissed. That's why I'm kind of being quiet, too. My man's just packing dips. Playing those dip containers like castanets, baby. Fuck with that. The cosplay steampunk gunblade the NYPD confiscated could be yours. What? What? What the fuck? So stupid. Steampunks, you're out of control. Yo. Huh?
Is that a Jedi? Yeah, I think so.
Classic.
Is he getting closer? Honestly, I can't tell. I'm gonna try shooting him. Nice try. Well, it's just, maybe I need to a little bit. Something wrong with this thing?
That's very cool.
There shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Feel better, Farley. Less than 3 months.
Maybe
I hope it does. He's just being cute right now.
Oh, come on. Maybe it's our helmets. Wait, where is he?
Classic Monty Python meme. That's gonna be in my head all night.
Oh yeah, wow.
Now
that's
I have a
very
new
cool.
fear.
Farley is eepy.
A Las
He needs to
Vegas.
sleepy.
Yeah, he's leepy. He's tired. A Las Vegas hotel guest was stung in his testicles by a scorpion while asleep in bed, causing him to wake up in incredible pain and utter shock. What? What the fuck? Wow. Nothing like getting fucking stung by a scorpion in your nutsack really sets your day off. Denis Villanueva, 4 favorite films. Oof. What would Denny like? I don't know. Maybe like Seventh Seal, Citizen Kane, and then some newer shit. Who would he like? Would he give a Nolan shout out? Nah, he's gonna like foreign shit. Maybe Eyes Without a Face and City of God. Let's see if I can get one of them.
To be honest, that list can change every morning. There's one of my favorite of all time that's at top there, that stayed there after many years, at 2001, A Space Odyssey. For me,
Kubrick, yeah.
A perfect movie for many reasons. Apocalypse Now from Coppola is probably the movie I watch the most in my life. It's a movie that I absolutely adore. Then it becomes tricky. I will say that a movie that absolutely floored me, when I discovered Bergman in my 20s, it was like a earthquake in my life, and I have to put a Bergman movie there, and it will be definitely Persona.
No! I went Seventh Seal. Who goes Persona over Seventh Seal? I was right there. I was right there. Oh my God. That was heartbreaking. I thought I got one.
The psychological exploration of this relationship between two women, to this day one of my favorite films of all time. And the fourth one, my God, you're tough. I will cheat. I will put the Blade Runner and Close Encounter of the Third Kind together.
Okay, nice. I'm surprised you didn't name one French film. I went Eyes Without a Face because I was like, he's got to fucking throw something French in there. Cerveza Cristal. Posted this yesterday, but thought you might find it funny seeing who Travis Scott daps up. Does he have a rack of beer? Is that? Oh, it's he's got fucking like White Claws. Oh, it's my boy. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, he's so famous now. It's actually crazy. Jake is so famous. That's crazy, man. Cacti is his drink, but like still walking into a collegiate basketball game with a rack of fucking sparkling beer is just funny. Denis Villanueva movie tier list maker. This is gonna be quick for me. This is gonna be really fucking quick for me. Where's Dune 2? Wait, there's no Dune 2? Well, this is dumb. All right, Dune 2, Prisoners. And that I'd put in S tier. I'd put this. Put this. This. I'd put that there. I actually really like Sicario. I'd also put that there, and then I haven't seen these. How to watch Dune as a miniseries. Ew. Boo this man. Timothy Chalamet says he wants Austin Butler's Elvis to appear in his Bob Dylan biopic. I was kind of wishing we could create a musical cinematic universe. What?
Here's Johnny.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Are we still doing...
Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza.
I just got sent Cerveza Crystal again. Cerveza Cristal. That shit goes ham. We need to splice it into like Schindler's List or something. It can't be like sci-fi. It's got to be like awful movies. Like movies that make you feel really, really bad. Jesus Christ, you're right. Passion of the Christ would be perfect. Spear of whatever goes in, comes out from his rib cage. Cerveza Cristal. Paul Giamatti hit the Criterion Collection closet. So
Hello,
let's see what he picked.
I'm Paul Giamatti, and I am a professional entertainer, and I'm here in the Criterion closet, and I'm just gonna dive in and start looking around. It's genuinely...
I bet he pulls a lot of noir. I don't know why, but I'm feeling that. Oh, I'm sorry, Farley.
an embarrassment of riches. And I see right off the bat is something that I love very much, which is the movie Carnival of Souls. I love this movie. It's the first movie I ever remember seeing when I was 4 years old. I was left...
Carnival of Souls was the first movie you were ever shown as a child?
On my own with a babysitter. My entire family, my parents and brother and sister abandoned me. I was with a babysitter who thought it was a good idea for us to watch this on the local New York affiliate WPIX Chiller Theater. And I went through an entire bag of Tootsie Pops while I watched this at 4 years old, which probably only jacked me up all the more and made it even more exciting. But it scared the crap out of me. And I think I didn't sleep for maybe a year. It's probably only a few days, but it felt like a year. And my parents never hired that babysitter again. But it was an amazing experience, and it's an amazing movie. I see
informative.
Another wonderful movie here that I love very much: The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. It has a wonderful...
Dude, he's pulling deep cuts right now. The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp.
Actor in it that I love very much named Anton Walbrook, who I don't think did a whole lot of movies, but he's great in this movie. And this has an incredible sequence in the middle of it that I love very much, where this British soldier is challenged to a duel by a German soldier. And there's this great sequence that builds up to this wonderful duel. It's a very funny movie. It's a very moving movie. It's a big, expansive sort of epic movie, a kind of British history from sort of the beginning of the 19th century to the Second
That film
World
is
War.
done by the same
But I
people
love-
that did
What?
The Red Shoes. It's a great movie.
Would you want a movie library like this? I own a lot of films. Yes, sir. One. I went through a phase where I was really obsessed with owning a lot of Criterion film, and I own a lot of Criterion
that's
film
very cool.
in North Carolina. I think it'd be nice to own a lot of these things, but a lot of this library. I mean, some of these Criterion films are a little dense. Infamous. Thank you.
That dueling. Rashomon. It's the only
Oh, fuck yeah. Bomb ass film.
Oh, yeah, wow,
movie
that's very cool.
that makes me cry when I see it. It's, hard to make me
Earthoness, thank
cry.
you.
It's like blood from a stone with me. But this movie, for some reason, at the end, the very sort of poetic ending comes out of nowhere. And it's a really beautiful movie. And the end of it always gets me. I guess this is always a thing that I love. Solaris. I'm a great admirer of the guy who wrote the book it's based on, Stanislaw Lem, a Polish science fiction writer. And I'd been wanting to see this movie because I'd heard it existed. In the early 90s, I found a copy of it in a video store out in Seattle and watched it, and it bored the hell out of me. I didn't know what the hell I was watching, and it blew my mind. There's like a 10-minute sequence of just driving in this movie through the window. And over the years, though, I revisited it and came to love it very much. Love all of his movies, but I like this one in particular, and it's fantastic.
Giamatti just described so much of Criterion film, where like it's beautiful, and like sometimes it will resonate with you emotionally, but some of it is just boring as hell. Like film is you kind of forget how far film has come. So you go watch a movie from like the 60s or the 40s, and you're like, oh. Now, it's not to say that all Criterion films are like that. Some Criterion films are fucking incredible, and they're very old. And then some Criterion films aren't that old, and they're incredible. City of God is one that I think of. Everybody should watch City of God. It's a fucking incredible movie. I would challenge you not to like City of God.
Fantastic sort of production design of kind of a crappy spaceship that they all live on.
Have you seen the old dude movie with Sting? It's so bad. I mean, it's old. It's very old.
Feel about the very final shot of this movie, which I won't give away, but
it's Lynch.
I feel like maybe it wasn't necessary, the final shot of that movie. If Andrei Tarkovsky were around, I would question him. It's way up there. Watch this. There's a little action sequence in the closet for us. I love these movies. I'm a big fan.
Watch Perfect Blue on your recommendation tonight with my wife, and Jesus, man, all I can say is thank you. Hey, I give good recommendations. I recommend some Criterion shit, but the Criterion shit I recommend you should watch. Satoshi Kon is incredible. All of his stuff is incredible. If you like Perfect Blue, definitely go watch Tokyo Godfathers and some of his other projects as well. Some people will say Paprika. I'm not that hot on Paprika. It's kind of a hit or miss. It's a beautiful film, though. But Tokyo Godfathers is fucking amazing.
Fan of these Val Lewton horror movies. Cat People. There was a sequel to it. He was a producer.
Please recommend a Criterion beer, Delirium Tremens. I think it's the tastiest beer in the world.
This guy Val Lewton made this series of movies. I don't know, 6 of them, 7 of them, something like that. Boris Karloff was in some of them. But
or Cerveza Cristal
movies because they're very low budget, and they're this amazing example of doing all this extraordinary stuff with absolutely nothing and creating these incredibly scary effects in them. They all have these gripping, great, almost kind of iconic moments, all these movies that he produced, of sort of classic horror moments. And they're strange, too. They're all sort of on these sets. It all feels very sort of unreal and dreamlike, these movies, this one in particular. It's really a great movie. Where did seconds go? Yeah. This.
Why so many doubles? Okay, so the reason they have doubles of all these films is this is a closet that Criterion has put together of like 1,000 of their movies, and the idea is they have famous people go in and just take a copy like to own. So these aren't even to be watched. These are all still sealed.
My favorite movies. I'm a big fan of Frankenheimer's movies. The Manchurian Candidate.
Do they actually get to take it home? Yeah, that's the whole point of this, is they shop for free film.
And 7 Days in May and The Train. And this movie, I remember seeing the first time I ever saw it.
I've said this many times, and I know anytime people take me up on it, they go, oh, wow, thank you for saying that. Criterion Film Collections streaming service is like $7. And it has so many good movies, it will blow your mind. It is the best streaming service to subscribe to for like 2 or 3 months. If you want to blow through like 1,000 best movies of all time, you can watch like 500 of them on Criterion.
But I might have been chemically altered when I saw this movie, so I can't really speak to whether I saw it, really as one should be seeing it, but it made the hugest impression on me.
I mean, not really. I recommend film shit all the time, and I'm trying to educate you schlobs. The more good movies you guys watch, the better an audience you become.
One of the things I really love about this movie is it's one of the greatest examples of what a terrific actor can do in a small, tiny supporting part. There's an actor named Murray Hamilton who played the
What defines a
mayor in
Criterion film and
Jaws.
what makes a great
And he
movie a
appears in-
Criterion movie?
I think the Criterion, there's like a Criterion council, I think, that like decide whether a film is Criterion or not. It's basically like a mark of honor. It's got to be pretentious. I don't think it has to be pretentious.
This movie.
There are a lot of films that I don't think are that pretentious that are great. List of all Criterion film. Yeah, like Silence of the Lambs is a Criterion film. This is Spinal Tap is a Criterion film. And This is Spinal Tap is not pretentious. This is Spinal Tap is literally it's like a mockumentary about a metal band. You know what I mean? So like it doesn't have to be pretentious, it has to be important. Is kind of the way I would word it as succinctly as possible.
For 2 minutes, maybe, not even, and he barely speaks, and it's one of my favorite performances in any movie. He's incredible in this movie, and it's such a fine example of what a great actor can do in a tiny part. This is the movie.
Some Like It Hot equals pretentious? You think?
For better or worse, kind of.
Oh, he pulled a Lynch movie. Where are my Lynch heads? Blue Velvet.
Really pushed me over the edge and made me go, I want to be an actor. Everything about it. It's such this is kind of a perfect movie, actually.
I would agree. A lot of Lynch heads ask me about Lynch all the time. And I always say Lynch isn't really for me, but Blue Velvet is a fucking perfect movie. Blue Velvet is his best movie by far, in my opinion. It's not even close.
Perfect movie, actually. And I saw it recently again. I hadn't seen it in ages, and one of the things that surprised me about it, I've maybe only seen it a few times since I first saw it. One of the things that surprised me, I thought, oh, it actually has a real story to it. I'd never paid attention to the fact that it has this kind of very great, simple kind of noir story to it. I'd never paid that much attention to the story because I get so caught up in all the wonderful detail and the wonderful acting in it.
Yeah.
And it's got...
I'm a bad boy. Dude, he's so chilling.
Probably if you held a gun to my head and said, what's your favorite performance in any movie?
Hopper.
I would say Dennis Hopper is Frank.
Called that.
Booth in this movie. He achieved something just off the charts amazing. But I mean, everybody's great in it. Kyle MacLachlan's great in it. I keep talking a lot about the acting.
Andy, thank you.
You know, acting's not the only thing that floats a movie along, but this is like...
Why is he whispering? I think he's just whispering because he's in the Criterion office. I'm whispering because I have a little potato sleeping on my lap. He just went to the vet and he's still drugged.
Interesting. This woman, Larissa Shepitko, I've only seen this movie Wings, but Wings is an amazing movie. It's a beautiful movie, and this fantastic actress in it plays a kind of Soviet hero of the sort of Air Force, Soviet Air Force, and her life is kind of dreary, and she has this sort of fraught relationship with her daughter. It's one of these things I don't even understand how she got this made in the Soviet Union, because it seems sort of critical in some ways but there's incredible sort of poetry in it. There's all this great way she uses the flying in it and stuff to talk about this woman's interior life. And
Transcendental meditation is a bullshit ripoff of widely available Eastern ideas packaged and pushed in the U.S. schools for money. David Lynch bankrolls it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I don't know. David Lynch isn't always been a weirdo. Yeah, you want to take the burrito for a while? Would you make sure you get some water?
He can't yet because he has to wait.
Wait, hasn't it been 3 hours?
I don't know. Has it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, my burrito. Oh, he was drooling a little bit.
It's really
yeah, I don't know. So Lynch has always kind of been a strange human being, but I don't know. I don't know what that really says about his filmmaking.
Full movie, but I've never seen the other movie she made. So I guess now's my time. Now's my opportunity. This is ridiculous. This is too many. This is too many. And this was very kind of the Criterion people to allow me in here to indulge myself. So thanks a lot.
This has been an awesome little thing that they do. Where basically, I'm sure, like, you know, if one of your films gets inducted into Criterion, they send you an open invite, like, come by the studio, come talk to us, blah, 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 blah. And it's basically just their swag room where they're like, here, come have a bunch of free movies, but tell us what movies you're going to take. Stop. No more.
Don't do this, Luke. Come on, give me a sign here.
Not the tauntaun.
Not much time. Ben. Hang on, kid.
It was an ad for a different beer?
Don't do this, Luke.
I can't believe this is a thing that happened. Cerveza Cristal. New Colin Farrell movie. Sugar. Apple TV Plus. All right, let's take a look. Guys, I'm going to have to eat at some point because I've had Farley on my lap for the last 3 hours.
Out here, I'm one of the good guys. But good and bad can be in the eye of the beholder.
All the leaves are brown
John Sugar.
and the sky is gray.
I'm a private investigator.
They told me that you do one thing and one thing only. You find the missing.
Oh, it's not a movie, it's a series.
She's missing.
Sugar, I don't like this case for you.
You can't be named Sugar. All I think of is Sugar from No Country.
Who are you, buddy?
Are you following me, John Sugar?
I need your help.
There's more to you than meets the eye.
Is there?
You have secrets.
I can't stop.
You like boys.
She's out there somewhere. These people, they're lying. I just can't figure out why.
You're wasting your time and my father's money.
This was somewhere I wasn't supposed to find. That's someone you're protecting.
I need you to stop looking.
Who's they? There's someone keeping an eye on me.
She was really scared.
Scared of what? Someone once said, tip the world on its side, and everything loose lands in Los Angeles.
Uh-oh.
After all this time,
Skylar.
this place starting to turn me upside down.
This looks like a pretty down-the-barrel detective story. Dennis picks his favorite shot from each of his own movies. Oh, hell yeah. All right, I'm going to go...
Beautiful sci-fi.
I'm going to go whip myself up some dinner real quick because I've been sitting with Farley for the last 3 hours. I'm going to stretch for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
I shit.
Enemy, I will say that it's definitely the spider at the end.
Helen? Helen?
I was trying to convey a sensation, massive inner terror. It's Jake Gyllenhaal's character finally facing his inner self, and there's something about the way that shot was designed and done that I'm still deeply in love today. The idea is that we didn't have a lot of budget, and it was not we didn't have the budget, and the technology was not advanced enough to create that spider. So the way it was made is that the guy created a mock-up, a tiny mock-up of the room in green screen, tiny replica, and put a real tarantula with the high-res cameras, and then the tarantula was blown up and put in the real room. And that, for me, is one of the best special effects I've seen in my life, because you feel it's real. And that's why I think that so many times insulted, because people were very angry at me because they were too afraid. But it's a powerful shot, yeah. There's a shot that I did, and it was like a very strong instinct to do that shot. A shot that was designed on set that still today is a shot that I feel is absolutely the right shot to do, to express what I wanted to say. But it's a very simple shot, as there's a moment where we're stepping away from the characters at the beginning of the film. It's like a shot that expresses a pressure of time, and that wants to bring the idea that something ominous is about to happen. It's like a dolly that moves toward the bark of a tree. And it's like that pressure on the bark, that pushing on trees. It's one of my favorite shots of Prisoners. I remember when we were doing it with Roger Deakins, Roger and I had thought that it would be nice to see Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro squad as the Delta Force are going into the night, and how to convey the idea that they were going in the underworld and that they will leave reality and go in a zone of danger, and they will be beyond law, and they will do something that is illegal. And the idea that was to embrace the sky and have the character diving in pure darkness. It's a dolly shot that moves slowly, and we pan in the same time. And as the platoon is going into the shadow, they are like silhouettes going into the dark. And it's one that I thought was pretty cinematic. Yeah. In Arrival, I think one of my favorite shots is when Amy Adams needs some kind of relief after having a strange experience in the tent as she's studying the language. She starts to have like some kind of weird effect coming out of learning that language. And she goes outside, and it's a shot, very naturalistic shot, where we are close up on her as she's like trying to catch up her breath and calm down. And you just see the silhouette of the ship out of focus behind. And that's beautiful sci-fi shit. There was something about the old movies encapsulated in that moment where you have that woman being absorbed with emotions that she cannot process, as you have in the same time the surrealism of a ship behind, which feels like a bit like those nightmares where you feel a presence, that tension I was looking for. There's a shot right at the beginning of the movie where we are just above Ryan Gosling's shoulder, where he's sleeping in the spinner. The intimacy of the shot, the idea that came from the book, Do Androids Dreams About Electric Sheep, to see that cop that is a replicant sleeping at the beginning as he is on the journey, or as he's heading toward violence. That shot, and
I've been taking care of Farley for the last 3 hours, and I haven't had any food.
And of a sleeping
I was starving.
being that I thought was absolutely moving for me to shoot.
For a film like Blade Runner, a lot of people pick out the big landscapes, the colourful shots and the silhouettes, but why do you feel like you connect with those smaller, intimate shots?
Because there's
so much humanity.
I mean, the shot with the big,
and these shots and intimacy that I
cyborg
was
or whatever,
looking for. That I feel that right at the
digital
beginning,
version of the chick is the best shot.
There's nothing more vulnerable than to being asleep and to be close to a sleeping character like that. I felt that I immediately connect with him in the most simple way. There's a shot that I'm really fond of. We see his first footsteps in the desert. Time becomes still. I tried to create it as it was like the first footstep of the man on the moon or something. It's the idea that a character will suddenly immerse himself in a new dimension and stepping into the unknown, and to feel the compression of time in that moment where you just follow one footstep after the other. The camera is just...
This dude's good. To feel the compression of time in that moment. Denis is out there, man. Denis putting a slam dunking on the industry right now.
Just above the sand, and then you see him kneeling in the sand and grabbing a scoop of sand in his hand. There's something so honest about foot and hands, and the way it's like it's absolutely pure. I love shots of hands for that. It's like there's something there you cannot lie. It's like a direct relationship with reality, the action and reality conveyed by the hands. I love. There's a shot where Paul finally rises on the worm. It's a shot that we see his foot, and finally he stand up.
This guy loves feet.
He finds his balance on the worm for the very first time. It's a bit like where he becomes a Fremen, where he becomes an adult.
Yeah, this moment was kick-ass.
It's barely described in the book, and I had to imagine the technique, how he will be physically able to jump on a worm, making that look real, dangerous, edgy, possible. To do that, it required a tremendous amount of time and research and development, and it was by far the most complex sequence I ever done in my life. I will be reluctant to dive too much into the technicality of it because I love to keep the magic. So I will say to you, I try to cast not too much of a big sandworm in order to make sure that it will not be too dangerous for Timothy.
Oh, dude.
Samurai.
What a shot. Seriously.
Seven Samurai, Kurosawa, a samurai is waiting, sitting at the bottom of a tree. He knows that thieves are coming his way, and he's looking at flowers. The way he's sitting and looking at flowers at that precise moment, for me still today is one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen, that absolutely had a tremendous impact on me. That will be that shot of the samurai sitting among flowers, but stillness, as imminent danger is coming towards him.
For more directors picking some favourite shots from their films, why not check out our videos with Ridley Scott or Damien Chazelle.
I fuck heavy with Denis. Zack Snyder's best shots?
Citizen Wayne, we used to call this.
Wait.
Again.
I want to watch a little bit of this.
Do you know anything about this?
That's news to me.
A very particular shot in Army where they've gotten into the casino. They're all standing around the table. Dave is there. He's talking to the guys. They're all there. They've just realized that they've gotten to this. Other teams have been in there before, whatever. And there's a shot of Dave where he looks, and it's just like a side view, but we lit it. It's lit with flashlights, and then the background has these certain, like, hot sources coming through, and it just really worked out. This one shot really worked out as far as the dream lens.
I want to hear what he says about Justice League. Come on. Where's Justice League? Yes!
Master Wayne. You did it.
I love in, this is a weird reference, but in the black and white version of Justice League. There's a shot where
He doesn't call it his version. That's awesome.
Alfred is talking to Batman, or Bruce Wayne at this point, because he's not dressed in his outfit. But they're in the warehouse, and they're silhouetted against the door. And in black and white, Alfred is just a silhouette, and the Batmobile is kind of in the foreground. It's just this, as a black and white shot, I just was like, oh, it's... We used to joke that it was Citizen Wayne. We used to call it...
Why did you choose black and white?
The reason that movie was, well, for a long time, that movie existed as a black and white version because I had it. The version that I kept after I left the project was in black and white. And so I had it in black and white just as a file. And so I watched it in black and white every now and then. And so when we went to make the movie, I was like, I'd love to do a black and white version to homage at least the way the movie existed for me for a long time. So.
What? Dude, that is actually really funny.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Watch Ridley Scott's one. It's crazy how cocky he is. All right, let's see.
I've got a good eye. I'm born with a good eye.
First sentence out of his mouth, dude. I mean, Ridley is him, though.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I like the shots prowling around the corridors.
Yeah.
Because we designed the set, because I was the operator. So designed the set. So
what's up, Hasanabbers? Good to see you.
the set is just wanted to get a dolly down. Or
Sorry, guys. I kind of got started late tonight because Farley went to the vet and he's been in my lap for the last 3 hours. So we're just kind of warming up a little bit.
it was all handheld.
I hate Gladiator? What do you hate? Ice cream too?
Lights into the set, so the site lights would be attached to a board on the side of the set where you can actually dim them, lower them, bring them up. So in a funny kind of way, that was a fairly new way of doing it.
No, we're not. We don't ban people for their takes. This is a nerd community where you should feel safe having nerdy and counter takes.
The set,
even if they're wrong.
And because I knew everything was going to be more or less handheld, that was the shot. So moving along there through then seeing the car, seeing the empty ships.
This movie to this day looks incredible. To this day. All right, I'm going to grab ice cream too. Saying ice cream made me want ice cream.
Kind of beautiful. It's a haunted house. You know, Alien to me is kind of really a B movie done in an A+ way. The opening shot, that's the stunner. And that is almost entirely Doug Trumbull and his team. I'd drawn the impossible city, dilapidated,
low-calorie ice cream is the best thing man has ever made.
ruined future. That's what we were doing. Because where we've been heading for a while now, I think we're trying to do a U-turn. And I hope we're not too late. And so,
Dude, so cool.
The set itself was no bigger than this room. All those effects were done 65 mil on tracks.
Oh my God.
17 passes on one negative, so you tracking one.
Haas, this is what I want as the background for either my next stream room or Fear End.
So you track.
I want the city from Blade Runner.
One, come back, track it again, and you're exposing different parts of your negative. It's a remarkable piece of, because it's not digital, there's no digital work then at all. It's 17 passes on a negative.
Oh my, yeah, of course it's him walking through the wheat field, 100p.
Well, the hand was on the last day of principal photography in Tuscany, and I'd finished the movie, And I'd gone to Tuscany to do Heaven. I couldn't possibly have dry ice with people walking at 48 frames a second, right? Can't do that, dude. But
I'd gone to Tuscany to film Heaven and I couldn't do dry ice.
what we found was a wheat field. I thought, wow, that's interesting. Not vines, wheat. And in the wheat is this man wading through this high corn to meet his wife and child down the slope, way down the hill. And so we followed him. As he was standing there, he was smoking in the corn. I said, stop smoking. It's 40 degrees, you kidding? As he walked out, he did this with his hand. I said, stop. So you always got to keep your eyes open for a shot. Get the steady cam. We followed a hand. That became the opening shot of the movie.
That is amazing that Russell Crowe kept smoking.
In a funny kind of way, it becomes a symbol, a metaphor for immortality, going to heaven. The 4 helicopters, the 2 Black Hawks and 2 Nightbirds coming in.
Bro, okay, Ridley has made some fucking bangers. Black Hawk down,
The 4
baby.
helicopters, the 2 Black Hawks and 2 Nightbirds coming in over the city and landing in the high street. That's all one shot. That's real.
That's real?
Touching down at target.
It's the first time I used 11 cameras. That's with a guy called Slavomir Isyak. And he said, I hate the sunshine and I only work 1 camera. He ended up working in Morocco with 11 cameras. I think he enjoyed it. I work with great cameramen. You need them. And I'm very visual.
11 cameras running on a single shot. That's insane.
I can operate as a good operator. So that helps me frame things in multi-camera situations because I know what I want. But you still need the cameraman to actually be able to cope with who has what stop and how it's going to be.
Was it hard to make like a helicopter war action film and not have Apocalypse Now in the back of your mind?
Apocalypse had Valkyrie. Was it Valkyrie?
The Ride of Valkyries.
Yeah. No, I never thought about that, but that was a great shot. The music was fantastic. But
No, I never thought about that for a second.
the shot was good too. Funny thing.
Kingdom of Heaven is one of those movies that has grown on me so much.
I like the scene coming out of his house, looking across the buildings to him going through to break the ice.
Director's cut? Yeah, exactly.
I thought that looked so real and so medieval. I love that, yeah. The Forge, we built the village in Forge, or Arthur built the village in Forge, but the castle in the background was real. We went in the dining room scene, the long version was in that room. We just went in there, lit the fire, and did the scene. And, you know, I've got
We
it.
just went in the castle, lit it, and shot it.
Good eye. I'm born with a good eye. 360
Dude, he's made so many different type of films.
track around. Our man is sitting there contemplating his death.
If I die, I need you to check in on my parents. They'll want to hear all about our time here on Mars. I know that sucks. And it'll be hard talking to a couple about their dead son.
He's sitting in his spacesuit, and we just do a full walk around him, showing the impossibility of where he was. He ain't gonna get out.
As a rule, do you prefer working with
Okay, this video is
and
sick.
actions rather than CGI?
Angry,
No,
thank
I
you.
use CGI as a tool. It's a tool. I mean, of course, sometimes doing the big battle scenes, if I've got 400 extras like this, I'm shooting along them, it's very easy. 400 is a lot of people, like 200 meters. Another 20,000 troops digitally. So you need that. Same with horses.
Simple! Bro, listen to what he just said again.
It's a tool. It's a tool. I mean, of course, sometimes doing the big battle scenes, if I've got 400 extras like this, I'm shooting along them, it's very easy. 400 is a lot of people, like 200 meters. Another 20,000 troops digitally. So you need that. Same with horses. There's many, actually. The best shot is the very
Was
high
Napoleon
wide shot
good?
looking
It was way better than I thought it was going to be. Granted, I got drunk with Sierra and watched it, but I had heard it was really bad. It wasn't bad. It was definitely like a period war piece.
from the forest across the lake, and you have the small figure of Napoleon and his officers all standing waiting.
I heard it bombed. It did.
You get the scale of the lake. The lake is an airfield just outside of London. The forest is somewhere else near Gatwick Airport.
Myra, I'm thinking that's the same location as the opening of Gladiator.
It is indeed. It's where Max really sat on his horse. Well, you know, we found a forest for Gladiator. The guy said, you can do what you want. You can burn it and rip it down. He says, because these trees haven't grown the way we want them. The soil is too sandy, so do what you want. And so we went in and we did the battle scene. It suddenly became the most valuable location near London. So it's been used again and again and again. The Searchers, John Wayne.
Oh, this is a classic shot.
Walking through the door in silhouette out onto the desert. I think the film is still the best Western ever made. The thing that The Searchers got right was the space and time. The time it takes to ride the landscape, the time and place to go somewhere. Where he says, we're going off, he says, I'll see you in a year. And you're all on horseback. I mean, it's such a different universe. It's almost like science fiction.
For more directors picking
Someone said he was so cocky, it's hilarious. He wasn't that. I mean,
from their films,
other than him saying that the 20,000 person shot and having a good eye was easy, it wasn't that insane. I think he's like also very no nonsense.
They asked me to shoot a battle scene where some 300,000 people died, and I shot it. And it was, I shot that, and it was very bloody. We realized that we had to source all the prop blood that we were using, but it didn't look right on camera, so we decided that we would use real blood. We went to a slaughterhouse and we, began to dismantle cattle in this way. And we ended up using the meat to feed our cast for the better part of the year. So we saved some budget on that.
He's just so matter of fact about everything.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Neff bang.
Yes? Good impression? I'm a pretty good impressionist. I'm a decent impressionist. Do you ever see the alternate ending for 7? This is unstreamable, and I already know what you've done. I already fucking know what you've done. You've put Cerveza Crystal in this, haven't you?
Put the gun down. I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
No, what's in the box? Not till you give me the What's gun. In the fucking box? Cerveza Cristal.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Cerveza Cristal! Cerveza Cristal! Cerveza Cristal! Movie goes, that song goes so crazy. Hey, Will, I thought you might like the NIN dance punk inspired band. 9 Inch Nails dance punk inspired band. Oh, Lord.
Sightlines passing gates, they're incoming and fade. I'm pressed against the glass, as close as I
Is there more Survivor tonight? Yeah, we'll be consistent with Survivor now.
and the colors are smeared.
Dude, the Trent Reznor influence is crazy.
Turning breath into frost as the ground falls in to a pillar of smoke at the crossing of God's relay. There's no hands left to take, so grab me by the teeth and whisper it to me. Yeah, keep saying you don't have to submit yourself to it. Linen, wire, cloth, steel, release it all and go back to running from it. Yeah, feel the rain, the steam sleep pulled away from under me.
There's a lot of cacophony.
Feel the rain, the steam sleep pulled away from under me. And the shadow I throw, strobing against the wall. Boy, what's wrong with you? Go ahead and grind me into a pump at the crossing God's relay. There's no hands left to take, so grab me by
a little bit.
And whisper it to me. Yeah, keep saying you don't have to submit yourself to it. Linen, wire, cloth, steel, release it all. Yeah, and let it get away from me now. Like German artist Stephanie.
This is interesting. I mean, I think it's interesting. I can see how this wouldn't be for everybody. It's interesting. It kind of feels like 9 Inch Nails, like if it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's.
I don't know.
Hi, Will. I'm looking to step up my jewelry game.
Trent is so good at, like, even though it has like that cacophony element, it's still so melodic. I don't know. Jewelry suggestions. The one I always suggest for people if you're looking to just get into like having more accessories is Vitali. Vitali has great, like, on trend, not quite fast fashion jewelry, but like a level or two up from that, and they're not that expensive. I think for me, spending way too much money on jewelry is like, oh. But yeah, like here's a collection they did with Rico Nasty that's pretty cool. Here's like this necklace I've seen from like many designers, this same kind of layout like that. This is the jewelry company that I would like push most people to like getting into if you want to, like, oh, you know, my first little chain or rings or something like that, where it's like it's not bad jewelry by any means. It's not gonna like change color or anything on you like that, but it's not like, you know, you're not buying like diamonds and shit. I'm not big on like spending a ton of money on jewelry. I actually don't have much like really expensive jewelry. I'm trying to think if I have any. I don't think I have any. The only time that I was close to buying expensive jewelry is I was getting a Christmas gift from my mom. And there was like this ring that was like, it was just a big skull. And it was sick. But Dakota Johnson's comments on the failure of Madam Web need to be screamed from the rooftops. It's so hard to get movies made. And in these big movies that get made, it's even starting to happen to little ones, which is what's really freaking me out. Decisions are being made by committees, and art does not do well when it's made by committee, Johnson answered. Films are made by a filmmaker and a team of artists around them. You cannot make art based on numbers or algorithm. My feeling has been for a long time that audiences are extremely smart and executives have started to believe that they're not. Audiences will always be able to sniff out bullshit, even if films start to be made with AI. Humans aren't gonna fucking want to see those. Part of what she said is based. And then part of what she said is absolutely fucking patently wrong. Here's the box office for Morbius, arguably the worst film ever made. What the fuck are you talking about? Your film, the film that you elected to be the fucking leading actress in, was a result of bad movies being wildly successful in the box office. What are you blathering about?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Like, I'm sorry. There's only so much bullshit I can put up with. The reason that she said AI is because she wants people to go based, because she doesn't want to own that she took a bag to be in a movie that she knew would be dog shit. And when all the other actresses are making fun of her and the film, she's stepping up and being like, this is an AI problem, worker solidarity. Fuck you. What did you think Madam Web, directed by some random director made by Sony, was going to be? Did you think that was going to be Citizen Kane, Spider-Man? Shut the fuck up. This pisses me off. This needs to be screamed from a rooftop like she's fucking not part of it. What? I'm sorry, that trigged me. That trigged me. If she wants to get up there and be like, I have a real issue with Madam Web. It is not what I thought it was going to be. When I watched the film, I was ashamed of its production value, and I will not choose to make any more films with Sony. If she said that, based. And her comment about films not being made by committee, all right, sure, I get it. I think a lot of people on film projects have more impact than she is giving them credit for. Your DP has a lot more impact than you give them credit for. Your editor has a lot more impact than you're giving them credit for. It's not like a director is an island unto themselves. So I don't really agree with that either. But then this idea that audiences are smart? Shut up. What? How did we get here? Because audiences are patently not smart. Because audiences stopped going to good films. Like what? Huh?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
And then to be like, and we never watch an AI movie. Yeah, based, but what does that have to do with the movie that you made with very real people? Are you insinuating that Madam Web was made by AI? What are you even talking about? What does that have to do with Madam Web? That's like her being like, yeah, what's happening in the film industry is terrible. And Madam Web, and AIDS is bad. And everybody's like, yeah, fuck yeah. And it's like, what does that have to do with Madam Web? Honestly, I'm going to be real for a second. This happens to a lot of great actors and actresses, right? This happens to a lot of great actors and actresses. You're in a shitty movie. It happens. This happened to one of the greatest actresses of all time. This happened to Halle Berry. She was in arguably the biggest flop in the same industry ever, Catwoman. Now, did she sit up there and be like, oh, the industry is falling apart. Fuck the director. This is the problem with show business. No, she went to the fucking Razzies and accepted the award for worst performance and worst film. She had fun with it. That's the thing about making art. I won't get mad at you for making a bad art project. I won't. If you take a swing and you fucking fail, it happens. It's art, baby. Not every song can be a hit, period. But like, I don't know this. It's like the idea that you went into Madam Web and you were like, I thought this was going to be great. I was lied to. Yeah? You thought S.J. Clarkson was going to hit another home run? The majority of her projects don't even have fucking thumbnails, man. British television director. You thought S.J. Clarkson was really going to smash this one, huh? I don't get it. Like, what did she get paid? Do they know? Dakota Johnson earned 669% more than Sydney Sweeney in the film. So she took the bag. What are we doing here? You took a bag, Dakota Johnson. It's okay. You can admit you looked in the jaws of Sony Film, which has been making fucking bombs recently. Absolute fucking trash bags. And you were like, yeah, I'll get paid. Like, all they do is make Spider-Man knockoff films. Oh my God, they have been releasing bombs, dude. They have been releasing absolute bombs recently. Sony's recent films. Look at this. This is actually crazy. Napoleon, bomb. I didn't think it was that bad, but it was a fucking bomb. Their next big film coming out, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Followed by the Garfield movie, bomb, bomb. Next big film coming out, Craven, The Hunter, bomb. Madam Web, bomb. Thanksgiving, bomb. They like, I don't know what is going on at Sony Pictures, but they have just like thrown up their hands. They are just making garbage. Bomb as in good or bomb as in bad? Bomb as in terrible. What? Bomb as in good? They have been making it. Oh my God. Insidious Red Door was a Sony movie too? Oh my God. The Machine? Oh my God. The Pope's Exorcist? Dude, how much money has Sony Pictures lost in the last year?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
25 months. PP.
Sony Pictures Entertainment saw operating income dip nearly $800 million in the last financial year. That number has now gone up to $894 million. Oh my God. Fire everyone. Fire everyone, Sony. That's crazy. Dude, and it's like, it's crazy because it's not like Sony hasn't made good movies. It's not like they haven't made good movies. Skyfall, Into the Spider-Verse, Terminator 2 is a Sony movie, Men in Black. Like, they have great films under their belt. Jerry Maguire, Silence of the Lambs, crazy, man.
I'm a stud. I'm boss.
Sony should have bought Wile E. Coyote. That would have been hilarious.
Flip side of this, artists get to see their movies released with Sony, unlike WB.
True. True. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that the world of film is in a good place. That's not what I'm going to tell you. I mean, Dune being a big success will be a step in the right direction, but that is crazy. For what? I think whenever a really good, arguably Criterion film does well, it's good for film. When good movies do well, it's good for film. When bad movies do well, it's bad for film. I don't know how else to say that. Like, basically, you have to understand how's Dune doing. Dune 2 box office. They're killing it. The way I would say it is like, Dune 2 jolts sleepy box office with $82 million opening weekend. Yeah, it's cooking. Film is such an industry of like monkey see, monkey do, that like anytime a film does as well as Dune is going to do, because I fully think that Dune's going to make $1 billion, then the industry will all of a sudden be like, hey, what if we make good movies? And people around the table will be like, oh, yeah, he's got something there. The other thing is, you might not get just good movies, but what you will see with the success of Dune is sci-fi. There's going to be a lot of sci-fi films that come out, and I'm okay with that. The Wild Robot trailer. Reap. Cute.
I see trees of green and clouds of white. Bright, blessed day. Dark, sacred night. What a wonderful world.
Bye. Pathfinder movie. But isn't Dune going to just exacerbate the whole more sequels and prequels of established content bullshit and not original content? I think that fight's done. If you're worried about going and getting a bunch of original stories, that's a whole different battle.
Sometimes, to survive, we must become more than we were programmed to be.
Cute. All right, I will give my take on this quickly. Because I said that battle is over, and I do think that battle is over. I think you will get less and less original projects in film and television every year until it's almost unrecognizable. Yes.
I got my sauce, let's go. I made some boneless ribs with it and they were so good.
Thank you. All right, 2 reasons. 2 reasons that is true. Out of ideas, not at all. Not at all. I'm going to tell you why it is that way. First reason is because of the way your brain works. I hate to tell it to you straight, chat, but nerds, we are the number one culprits of this. When we see a reference, something we know, some pleasure center in our brain activates, and we immediately go, oh! I'm telling you right now, if they did a Cerveza Cristal movie, the crazy story of how Cerveza Cristal ads got in Star Wars, we'd all go, I need to see that because I know that. That's something I know, and the endorphins in my brain are firing. It's just how we're wired, okay? So the ability for them to cut their marketing budget because of an existing project having name recognition, it's hard to assign a value to that, right? The reason that Dune was so appealing, Denis was already a fan of the original films and the book, but also sci-fi nerds around the world were like, Dune! And we were fucking in, man. And when we saw the Thropter, we were like, hey, that's the Gom Jabbar, fuck yeah. So like that's all built in. The other thing I will say is this. When you look at the schedule of how things are made in Hollywood now, when you look at how long a film or TV show actually takes, it's years. But we're operating with attention spans of like months. And to clear an actor's or a director's schedule for that amount of time costs an exorbitant amount of money. So to tie in a writing process to that, or to give it the same amount of focus that you would need, is really hard. So, good example, True Detective. First season is a masterpiece. Next season is a total shithole. Why? Because they had like 6 years to write the first season, and then they tried to write the second season in like 5 months. It's impossible. When you use ideas that already exist, when you adapt projects that already exist, you know that the writing work is already there, and you know that it has a cathartic effect on audiences already. So it's like one less thing that you have to go in blind on. So I honestly think you're going to see more and more and more adaptations till you almost see no original stories. Basically, film and TV is going to be like the elephant graveyard for stories, where it's like, okay, if we got a book of it, if we got a fucking video game of it, the end of the road, baby, it's time for a 6-part series. And that's just what it is. Yeah, we'll just explain the anime industry. Exactly. They adapt mangas because it's like a test. It's like a test run for them. They know it already has success. So I mean, I don't think that is going to destroy film. I don't think the fact that screenwriters are going to be used less and less to write original stories. You know, I don't know how many screenplays you've read, but unfortunately, most screenplays fucking suck. A lot of screenplays fucking suck. If I'm being quite honest with you, there are a few that I have read and I'm like, oh my God, this is incredible. But a lot of them are pretty trash. And basically a director will take them and just put his thumbprints all over it and make it a better story. But like screenplays, a lot of them, you don't read them and like, you're like, oh my God. I don't know. This is my take. I think I'm in a happy place with film right now because I watched Dune 2 and it really tickled my pickle. Coen Brothers? Yeah, I mean, Coen Brothers are fucking brilliant, man. Coen Brothers are not the majority of film. The Blacklist? The best writing, the best way into storytelling. Yeah, The Blacklist is like they take scripts and they put them on the blacklist and then they're supposed to be prestige scripts. I don't know. Are you planning on watching Dune again? Yes. Ouroboros of derivative content. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that a project like Mad Max Fury Road or Dune is derivative. I think you can make projects in a universe or based on something that are exciting and new. I think derivative is much more of like the Sony hero shit where it's like, oh my God, I've seen Madam Web. I don't need to tell you how this, I know how exactly this plot is going to play out. There's not going to be one original shot in it, you know, blah, blah. But like here, good example. This is a perfect example. I think Furiosa will be derivative. I think Mad Max Fury Road is great. Furiosa looks like a derivative product of Mad Max. Like Furiosa looks like a regurgitated version of Fury Road with nothing original, but like just recycled ideas that we will go, hey, I remember that from Fury Road. Hey, I remember that from Fury Road. Skipped it. It's not even out yet. Will we get a new good Mad Max film or Furiosa will be the death of it? I don't know if Furiosa will be the death of it. At one point, he said he wasn't going to make any more Mad Max films. And I think they swayed him back. George Miller at one point made a statement and he was like, I don't really want him to do this. But I guess Furiosa isn't Mad Max technically. Maybe they got him on that. Furiosa might be good. Never know. No, I know. It's going to suck. It's going to suck ass. I have faith. I don't. Guys, it looks like shit. I mean, come on. I'm just keeping it a buck. It just looks bad. Just looking at this project, it's just not like this looks spooty. I don't know what else to say to you. That looks like poop. This looks like Death Race. Like all these CGI people that look like the background of a fucking... That looks like Street Fighter background. Like, this looks like boop. This looks boopy. That looks like poop. Poop butt ass. And then you look at this and you're like, holy shit. Like, just look at the difference. Come on. Look at this. Look at this.
How much more can they take from me? up my blood, now it's my car!
I mean, look at this! Witness! I've read that they've updated the graphics on the new movie trailer. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You don't get to be the poster child for practical and then be like, I'm done with that.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Can you explain why some writers are ruining our favorite franchises? X. All live-action Cowboy Bebop, Halo, Death Note, etc.
Yeah, I can actually tell you exactly why those projects failed. Because the writers and directors didn't enjoy the original projects. They were hired to do them. The reason that a Dune works, right, is Dennis is like, he's this amazingly talented director, Denis Villeneuve. He's this amazingly talented director, but it's not like he likes Dune. He obviously loves Dune. He talked about in his favorite shots, like he's read the books. He's gone through them. So like, it's like a passion project. So he like knows the events of it. When you talk about like a Cowboy Bebop live action, like it's clear that some money man in some office was like, you know what we should adapt to make money? Cowboy Bebop. Someone at Netflix was like, I bet we could make money doing this. And then they went out and they like got the parts, right? They went out and they're like, let's hire a director. Let's hire writers. Let's grab these people. And so instead of having a native understanding of a project like a Halo or a Cowboy Bebop, they basically hire people and they go try and understand this. And if they don't have that soul resonance, right? In the same way that like sometimes you're going to watch a project or you're going to read an author and you're going to go, oh my God, they understand me. I feel seen. This is my person. Someone on the outside who's like, okay, it's an anime. Okay, let's watch this. All right. We got one guy who does like Kung Fu. This guy's got a metal arm. All right, we got kind of a NB kid with a dog. I guess he's a hacker. Yeah, we'll make that shitty at the end. What else do we got? We got a bad guy named Vicious. All right, yeah, sure. They don't fucking get it. And I think the two episodes of Cowboy Bebop
Henry Cavill playing
that
Witcher.
like
The man is a massive fan of the series and wanted to do it justice, but the people in charge didn't care.
Yeah. There you go. I think the two episodes of Cowboy Bebop that like the only two you have to watch to understand how far they actually missed the idea of the source material is the first two episodes. Because the first episode is based on the show. Right? It has a near plot to Asteroid Blues. If you've ever watched Asteroid Blues, though, it tells the story of a woman that is like trapped in a kind of domestically abusive relationship because she's with a dangerous man and they're outlaws and all she wants to do is get somewhere safe. That's the plot line. And in the episode, she kind of falls in love with Spike and Spike falls in love with her. And there's this kind of moment of like, what if? What if I had found this woman before she was in this life? Right? And it's beautifully done. In the Cowboy Bebop live action, they make the woman like the rich heiress of some mafia group. And they basically have it so that she just wants to be with this guy because he's dangerous. And then they basically skip the entire romantic lead.
You are black and you are male.
Yeah. They skip the entire romantic lead of that episode so that they can put Faye Valentine in the first episode because they were so
Tend to blame
gung-ho.
movie fatigue but forget about the Batman and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 succeeding. Also, Beetlejuice 2 is set to have mostly practical effects.
Yeah, that's because Keaton demanded it.
To do the film.
That's because Keaton demanded it. All right, and then the second episode, I like talking about Bebop a little bit. The second episode of Cowboy Bebop.
I just finished my rewatch of Cowboy Bebop. I thought you were exaggerating when you said it was one of the most tortured looks at what it means to be human.
Yeah.
But you weren't joking.
No, it's
the
incredible.
movie is one of my faves of all time, and Pierrot Le Fou is a masterpiece of an episode. The live-action Pierrot episode was horrible. Why did they have him just recite the Tears in the Rain speech from Blade Runner for no reason? Mad Pierrot has nothing in common with the replicants.
God only knows. I could only watch so many episodes. The other episode that if you want to see how far, obviously Pierre LaFaux is one that they absolutely drop, but the one that is the worst misstep in the entire series is Cowboy Funk. Cowboy Funk is an episode about a character named the Teddy Bomber. And the Teddy Bomber is this terrorist who basically has this very real, gripe with capitalism and the way the world is run, and he's trying desperately to get people to wake up. And the irony of the episode is that no one will listen to him. No one will ask why he's doing this, and it's brilliantly done. It's a commentary on the Unabomber. And in the live action, this is real. They ask him, why did you do this? And the character goes, I don't know, I was bored. And it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're so complete. Yeah, I'm the Joker, baby. They completely. I know that there were a lot of holdouts that wanted Cowboy Bebop, the live action, to be good. And I get it. It vaguely looked like Cowboy Bebop. And that was about it. I don't know. People just want their fandom to be good. I think the worst casting of the entire show, though, was this person. No one has ever missed the core of their character quite like this person. The resentment that she had for Faye Valentine was so vivid, in my opinion. She gave this long diatribe about why would I ever be in a scantily clad dress just so nerds can ogle me? And it's no, dude. Faye uses sex as a weapon. She literally is a Black Widow. She's a femme fatale. She very routinely tricks dim men into doing what she wants with her sexuality. That's the character. I don't know. These are my takes. Ultimately, I spoke up about Cowboy Bebop, and then I kind of backed off of it because, unfortunately, it was one of those things where a lot of really shitty people also didn't like Cowboy Bebop for all the wrong reasons. A lot of really aggressive nerds just didn't like it because, I don't know, whatever. But so I kind of backed off it, and I was like, God, I can't even make real criticism about this project without being grouped in with men's right activists. Feels bad. Anyway, Cowboy Bebop is my favorite project ever, and
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
it was tough on me.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Neff.
Have you seen this parody? What is this?
I love the kind of woman that will actually just kill me.
Yep.
You know, when I left the house today, I was thinking, damn, I really hope some hot chick paints my brains all over some fucking hallway. And here we are. I mean, really, just absolutely destroyed. I'm talking full-on watermelon in the thighs level carnage. And I wanted to scare the shit out of me. I mean, I hope I piss myself. I hope I piss myself and you call me your little pee-pee piss boy. I want you to fuck me up. I mean, I want you to make me your bitch. Your little pee-pee piss myself bitch. I wanted to get embarrassed. I mean, weirdly embarrassing. Unsanitary, too. We should be entirely different people by the end of the first 8 hours. Do you understand?
We should be entirely different people by the end of the first 8 hours.
We should be entirely different people by the end of the first 8 hours. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? I mean, I'm a real freak. I'm not normal. Ma'am, please, you have to crush me.
Dude, he nails the Spike voice.
Call me your pee-pee piss boy. I mean, I want it to get weird. I'm looking for a woman to absolutely destroy me. Bell peppers and beef.
He nails that.
Jet, why call it bell peppers and beef if there's no beef?
Opinions are weapons? Is this a song by Moist Critical? Steve Blum killing it. Stinky guy. I disagree. What is this? Crime now? There's crime happening? This is awesome. The Clippies on the side. Oh my goodness, we go live to the site of crime.
Reason for that, Des, because as you mentioned, we don't see any
A stolen car pursuit.
right behind of any,
Ladies and gentlemen.
officers.
Right.
So it's just almost like they've lost control of this vehicle at times.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, the spotlight might be kind
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going live to the site of crime.
This is kind of a run of the
I've put up my crime banner to remind you that crime is bad, so that you don't say that Will encourages crime.
This person really kind of driving it like it's a
And now we need
not kind of a run-of-the-mill Kia. Of course, Kia's very well publicized nationwide the issues that they've had with stolen vehicles, and it seems like almost every vehicle pursuit we've been covering lately that involves a stolen vehicle is either a Kia or a Hyundai.
Okay.
They have similar issues.
Okay, they're ragging on Kia and Hyundai for being stolen a lot.
Affiliation of the Kia boys. Have to wonder if that is involved in this as well. But we've seen a lot of these pursuits and them drive super crazy to try to get
The
away.
Kia boys.
Looking like maybe an attempt for a foot bail, as they call it, get out and run. But now
Oh.
we are getting onto the Palos Verdes Peninsula here. It's where you're going to have a lot of winding streets out here.
And a lot of and steep hillsides, actually, when you're in
Not the
California.
Kia boys. Are they even being chased right now?
So you wonder,
Absolutely.
right? And cul-de-sacs, it makes you wonder if they really know where they're going. Did you
The Kia boys are in Texas hard right now. What does that mean? What does that mean? Please explain what that means. The Kia boys are in Texas hard right now.
But pretty aimless driving with this suspect here. And now that we're on Palos Verdes Drive, and I think the speed
Kias are easy to hotwire.
on the street.
Oh, got it.
Sections here that can go right up against the.
When Ludwig says boys in his intro, he's talking to the Kia boys? I didn't know that.
Goddamn
So he's pro-crime.
Law enforcement spotlight, and they're
boys
kind of having some trouble with their spotlight as well.
Uh-oh. They're gone.
Now that's
They're gone.
that's the vehicle. Okay. Yep.
Oh,
All right.
there they are.
Got it back here.
Kia boys.
So, yeah, yeah, you know, kind of.
Thank you so much. It's Lordo.
Now we've got the hillside as well. We have to give some space to the law enforcement here. But does this person have any idea where they're driving right now?
Does this person have any idea where they're driving right now?
And I'm listening to the radio traffic.
Over the medium? No.
To where he doesn't have a lot of options as far as where he can go.
All right, sorry, Mike. Only way to interrupt this chase is through a candidate for U.S. Senate. Steve
What?
Is going to speak now after advancing
No!
November election against.
Who the fuck is Steve Garvey?
Right now.
United States Senate.
Shut up, Steve Garvey! Back to the site of the crime. Steve Garvey. We go live to Steve Garvey.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Happy 5 months, Will and
Thank you so much.
Neffel.
Oh my god. He's trying to get around into one lane. That was pretty wild. Oh! This is a child driving. It has to be. They're driving like an absolute ding-dong. Are they driving into oncoming traffic? Oh! I can't believe they cut to Steve Garvey while this was happening. It's hard to explain about you, boy, but you're still the same. God, this song is good.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Farley, get well soon, boyo.
Kia boys? Yeah, Farley's feeling like poop. Art Harvey Jarvis. Okay.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
My king of late night.
There's no... Yeah, he had his teeth cleaned. He's just a little out of it. You hold me under your spell. Dude, where is this person going? And where are the cops at this point? I know they're not supposed to follow cars, like, to make it more dangerous, but this dude is driving like an absolute fucking idiot. Where am I looking? What am I looking at?
That's very cool.
My students are going to watch this tomorrow. Tell them to stop being assholes to me.
Your students are being assholes to you? What's something your students really enjoy? I'll buy it for you and then don't share it with them. They really like $1 trillion. Oh. Should have thought of that. Let me send that right over. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. Chill. I don't have a state contract yet. They like Tifa dolls? You want my art doll? OTK money ain't good? No, it's not good. And everybody in OTK will tell you that. We just are in OTK because we want to make stuff together. Oh. What is this dude doing? Oh, God. Is Bart Harvey Jarvis done talking on the other channel so we can have some commentary? Have you been arrested? One time when I was a teen at the Jersey Shore. Oh. Oh. Hi, Los Angeles. Oh, God. Is the other link working? Is that it? Did they just let this dude go so that Steve Garvey could talk? Did the news just lose interest because Steve Garvey was talking? Oh my God, they actually cut the feed.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
39 feeling fine.
This guy, Steve Garvey.
We're still going to stay with this picture.
Steve Garvey. Initial D, but it's in Unreal. God, I have so many tabs open. Okay. Freebird. But it's in Asheville, North Carolina now? Why is it North Carolina? That's fire. That was pretty cool. Dink donk. Hideo Kojima's review of Dune. Even as a movie buff, I was beginning to think it was time for me to start watching movies on smartphones or tablet. However, when I watched Dune 2, my rigid way of thinking crumbled like sand. It meticulously depicts the non-existent world of Arrakis, bringing it to life with unprecedented detail and realism, while portraying revolution and love and fear and awe on the same axis. It magnificently captivates destruction and atheism in beautiful layers. This film shouts, "This is cinema," and proves the spice that we need to live. This masterpiece of Denis will likely become a resistance that will signify the delay of the spread of subscription services. Dude. Kojima literally had the exact same take I did. This came out. Oh, no. Yeah, we played the Survivor game. It's awful. It's just a reskin of another game. We beat it. We one-shot it. It was horrible. Here's the Madam Web take. Saw Madam Web at the theater. Madam Web in parentheses. Awesome. You can't say anything nice. Enormous rat. Oh, this is old. The fake rat getting pulled under the trash can. Kia Boys documentary. No, I don't give a shit about the Kia Boys. Winter Survival. Ooh, what is this? Launch trailer? What? What? Oh, this is brand spanking new. Doesn't come out till tomorrow. Okay. A little winter survival. Outlast Trials. Yeah, I hear Outlast Trials is really good. Speaking on Bebop, I'm so sad we haven't heard more news about Lazarus. Yeah. I don't know. Those projects take a while. New Sora AI. I'm not that big on the AI videos. All right. Hey, Will, you seemed to vibe with this guy last night, and since you're on a robot. What is this?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Sedus_ gifted a tier 1 sub to J_law. They have given 643 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gifted sub. Little tiny glasses go so crazy. This dude is sick. But I think we need jungle, I'm afraid.
Given to the genre of dance music that developed in the UK in the early.
We need jungle, I'm afraid. This song, actually, the more I listen to it, it's so good. The way that they edit the show is so funny.
What name is given to the genre of dance music that developed in the UK in the early 1990s out of the rave scene and reggae sound system culture associated with such as a guy
Drum and bass.
and Goldie?
Drum and bass.
Yeah, drum and bass.
I can't accept drum and bass. We need jungle, I'm afraid.
The way that he absolutely starts frying, dude. Jungle, I'm afraid. Dude, his facial reactions to everything. We need jungle, I'm afraid.
What name is given to the genre of dance music that developed in the UK in the early 1990s out of the rave scene and reggae sound system culture associated with acts such as A Guy Called Gerald and Goldie?
Drum and bass.
I can't accept drum and bass. We need jungle, I'm afraid.
Dude, his facial reaction. We need jungle, I'm afraid. Dude. Drum and bass is so good. We need jungle, I'm afraid. A drum and bass night would go so crazy. I'd need to be on so many drugs. Drum and bass playlist, but I have to clear a grav bong every song. Dude, I'd put the same song on loop for like 10 hours and I wouldn't notice any time has gone by. Damn, we're already 2 hours and 20 minutes in. Dang, boys and girls, look at me doing entertainment for you. So sorry. Cartoon Network Grooves? Soul coughing? What am I looking at?
When you were languishing in rooms I put the value in.
I remember this.
When the wind set down in funnel form and pulled you in. I don't need to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in. Don't need to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in
They played in between shows on Boomerang? Really?
circles, walk around in.
I never watched Boomerang.
just wreck it and you ensure the thing.
Is crime still bad? Crime is still bad, but crime isn't happening. The best stories from the lead singer from the song is Chicago is Not Chicago. Check that song out. Wait, what? I cannot wait for this movie to come out. DC is finally back. First behind the scenes look at James Gunn and Superman filming in Norway. Oh my God. Holy fuck, look at this. Oh my God. It's what the fuck am I even looking at? Why would they even release this photo? It's just some fans. Oh my God, James Gunn's done it again, bro. Gunn has done it again. Look at these fucking fans. I'm a big fan. Fuck you guys. Pearls before swine. Dude, how it feels to listen to drum and bass.
I can feel it tremor. I can feel it tremor.
Dude, I want to look like this. Oh my God. It's so true. I don't need to walk around in circles. That's your Coachella fit? True. Super Tuesday, the boys version. Did the boys release a video today? Oh, fuck me up.
I've been out on the campaign trail, where Robert Singer and I have been
Thanks for the hype train, by the way, guys.
bridging the divide between the human and superhuman communities. I've seen that divide firsthand in my 3 years running the FBSA. I had a front row seat as Stormfront viciously took the lives of countless congressmen and women. I even felt it last night, as a milkshake hurtled towards me at a town hall amid chants of Soup Lives Matter. Rest assured, Soup Lives do matter. I don't even like using that word because you're not soup, you are super. You deserve to have a voice. You deserve a government that treats you fairly. And that's why when our ticket is elected, we'll be creating a new position designed to give the superhuman community a seat at the table. Honestly, it's mind-blowing that it hasn't happened already. But strengthening protection of both humans and superhumans alike is our campaign's top priority. It's an honor to have Vought's and Homelander's endorsements as we take aim at that goal.
Thank you, Penguin,
And it would be
on
an
a
honor to have
drone.
your vote. Let's get to work.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, everybody.
It's so funny when a superhero show parodies our politics better than like our political shows. What is your favorite superhero concept design? So the only difference is the belt. It looks like. I think for a modern audience, 4. I think you gotta lose the undies these days. But if I was gonna undie it, 1. This is so fucking funny. Norm blowing a scene in Milos Forman movie because Woody Harrelson was acting too good.
Milos Forman.
Yeah, he's a big director.
So he saw me on Saturday Night Live, so he got the idea I was smart.
I always thought that.
So anyways, he goes, I put you in the movie, man. I need a guy to... And he was going to give me a big part.
Right.
So I was like, no, don't do that. Like, I can't act. And he's like, don't worry about it. I go, seriously, Milos, I don't want you to give me a
Milos.
part. So he's like, what do you want? I go, just give me a small part. That'd be cool. So he made me a reporter, right, in this People versus Larry Flint.
Right, yes.
Yeah. I played one of the people.
Right.
So we do the scene. It's me and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
So then, anyways, Woody Harrelson's really cool. And fucking actors, man, when they're really good, it's like something different.
Right.
You know? 'Cause I'm just waiting for the other fucker to stop talking and hope to God I remember my lines.
Norm is the best.
Hoping to remember my words. So anyways, fucking what's his name? Woody Harrelson asked me if I want a beer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, you want a beer? I go, no, it's cool. I don't drink, you know. He goes, you don't want a beer? I go, no, I don't drink.
Miss Sluggy. Thank you for the 5 banger. Appreciate you.
But thanks, man. And then I go, you drink? Like, I thought you just smoke weed and all that shit. And then all of a sudden, Milos Forman goes, "Cut! What the fuck is going on?" Like we were in the movie.
You didn't know.
No.
You thought he was talking to you.
Because he was looking at me and talking like a regular person.
Oy vey.
There was nothing fake about it.
What the fuck is going on? That's awesome. I'm going to fuck your life up. Is having fun tonight? Just here on a Monday, having a good time. Why adults like theme parks? It's not just walkability, it's how you feel. What is this? 58 seconds. I'll give it my attention.
23, the year of our Lord and Savior, Pedro Pascal, that there is a place that I can come to all by my lonesome, and I'm going to have 0 problems, okay? I'm going to have 0 men coming up to me, trying to harass me, trying to catcall me. I have 0 people trying to come up and panhandle me, hustle me, pickpocket me. I have 0 fears. I'm not on 100% alert at every moment, making sure I'm aware of my surroundings because I am completely safe. There is no threat of mass pew-pews that are going to happen. While I'm walking around here, there is security. It is clean. I'm not walking over people's pets' feces. I'm not walking over anyone's needles that are used. Streets are clean. I can get a drink anywhere I want. I can find a clean bathroom anywhere I want to. You're telling me, why would I not come here and be doing all my alone time, getting my steps in, doing my evenings after work at a place like this as a woman by herself, all right? Tell me you can find a place that beats that.
Is she talking about... Is she talking about Disneyland or Disney World? I've never been. I don't know. I can't say anything intelligible about that. I don't know. Ask Cutie about that. Listen, Cutie is having a real hard time accepting that I'm one of her best friends. I think it's really hard on Cutie. I think Cutie looks around, and when she realizes I'm one of her best friends, it like hurts her. I think she like wants like cute girlfriends to like gab with, and then she'll like call me for advice, and she'll ask a question. I'll be like, that fucking sucks, but you know, you just gotta suck it up and fucking deal with it. And she's like, this is not what I want. This is not like the cute help I'm looking for, but I'm always there for her. So I think Cutie's going through a tough time where she's like starting to realize I'm one of her best friends. And it's like when you wake up with like a husband like 10 years in and you're like, I love this guy, but he's fat and he's got a beer belly and he's got no hair. I'm kind of like the friend version of that for Cutie. Where like every time she realizes I'm one of her best friends, she's like, fuck. Shit. So I'm not gonna force her to take me to Disney. I think it would undo her. She low-key hates men. No, she doesn't hate men. I just think it's like I don't think Cutie's the type of person who wants to look at Hassan Piker and I, who are like two of the most gruff men, and be like, wow, these are my girlfriends now. My girlfriends are two large, hairy men and one gay dude. Our closest girlfriends are two large, hairy men and one gay guy. This is not the future she envisioned for herself. We were not the bridesmaids she wanted. I'm going to try this one more time. Hope you see this. Can you have a rant about Naruto live action movie in the works so I can feel a little better? A rant about, I don't know anything about them. I know nothing about this project. Oh, there's already trailers out? Are these real?
Reality. Nothing ever goes as planned as it does at work.
No, these are fan made. 100% these are fan made. Believe it, a live action Naruto is coming. Hang on, I'm trying to answer this. Naruto movie in the works with Destin Danielle writing and directing. Destin Danielle, who is this person? Can we trust them? Oh, they made Shang-Chi, and oh god, I can't.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Had an amazing
Shang-Chi.
2023
I
and having an
can't with
amazing
my mouth.
2024. This past year, I've been traveling, meeting new people, and going out way more.
Nice.
Thanks for keeping the light on even when I felt down and out, Neff.
No worries, no cap. Keep living your damn life. Keep touching grass. The adaptation has been in development with Lionsgate since 2015. I don't know. I don't know. It'll probably like. Do you want me to tell you the truth? It's probably gonna suck. Do you want me to tell you the fucking truth? It's probably gonna be bad. Naruto would make a better show if they could get a good director and make a show. That could be a good project. But as a movie, like, what story are they gonna tell? Like, Naruto kind of takes like 10 episodes before anything happens. I don't know. It's going to be strange. The Willy Wonka Oompa Loompa is now on Cameo. Dude, I swear the Mickey Mouse Club and Glasgow Willy Wonka have spawned more careers than anything ever. More acting careers have exploded from those two projects. All right. We need jungle, I'm afraid. I think it's time to watch some fucking Survivor. Before I get too tired, I've been taking care of my dog all day. It's time to watch a little Survivor. We got a brand new series or season I'm excited about. It's good. We need jungle, I'm afraid. I can't believe I got written up in New York Times. Haas already sent me the link. Bless you, Haas. Do you miss the 90s anime styles like this? Oh my God. My man said, do you miss 90s anime styles? And then he sent me Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust.
Without suffering. You've got some competition.
You talk about the most stylish anime of all time? Yeah, we missed it.
She's here by her own choice, Dunfield.
Like, I don't even think you realize how stylish Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust is until you look at the original Vampire Hunter D. If you look at the original Vampire Hunter D series, this is what the original Vampire Hunter D looked like. It's a cool series, but it looks like dog shit. And then Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust was like this quantum leap forward.
You know,
like it's absolutely insanely gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, I miss that style quite a bit. '90s anime OP. I think '90s anime, I mean, there's two things. Obviously, like the hand-drawn style is like hard to fucking, it's hard to emulate with the new styles. The hand-drawn style is just so criterion. But also, I will say this. Anime of that era also was like so unhinged because they didn't have as many masters. Studios were just throwing budgets at people and they were like, yeah, make what you want. Make some weird fucking shit. Make some weird, problematic, violent, dark, dangerous shit. And people were like, hey, all right, fine, sure, let's go. And like, now it's, you know, it's a venture like everything else. So they're kind of trying to make the most profitable, which is why you get a lot of shonens, a lot of manga adaptations, all that shit. Spriggan? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Spriggan goes nuts. Yeah. We'll get into that later. All right, I'm going to heat up some motherfucking soup for myself while you guys get the recap of last episode. We got a brand new fucking season. It's episode 2. Sit your ass there. Get caught up. I'll be right back.
Survivor, heroes versus villains. 12 of the most